Hi everyone, it's Miss Stefanie from the Fairfield Woods Branch Library. Do you like to build, maybe with Legos or Magnetiles or other materials? Then maybe one day you'll be an architect, just like the subject of our next elementary Nutmeg nominee. This is The World is Not a Rectangle, a portrait of architect Zaha Hadid. And it's written by Jeanette Winter. I couldn't believe when I picked up this book I hadn't heard of Zaha Hadid. I learned so much. She is often referred to as the world's best female architect. She was born in Iraq and she went to school in London, and where she started designing all sorts of plans for buildings. The problem was no one wanted to build her buildings. They didn't think they would be able to stand up. They didn't care about her designs. But finally, after trying and trying and trying, someone built her building and people were amazed. You can see here how they're so different than what people had seen before. They're curvy and flowy and inspired by nature. I'd love to share one with you today from the book. It is inspired, you can see here, by a clamshell. And she took that inspiration and she turned it into a soccer stadium. If you think outside the box and you love to build, then pick up this book. You won't be disappointed. Maybe you'll be the next Queen of the Curves. Our next pick today is from the Intermediate Nutmeg nominee list, and it is The Great Treehouse War by Lisa Graff. Are you ever frustrated by your parents? Me too, and so is Winnie, the protagonist in our story. She is so frustrated, in fact, that she's decided to barricade herself into a treehouse until her parents stop arguing. And guess what? She's not alone. Pretty soon 9 of her friends come to join her. And this is the memoir written by Winnie of the Tulip Street 10. That is her and her friends. And here they are. So an interesting thing about this book is that it has a lot of interactive elements. And here you can see some drawings done by Winnie. And here you can see the characters in the book, her friends, have almost read it after the fact, and they're interacting with it by these post-its throughout the story. So it makes it really interesting, not like any book I've ever read before. And it has some other cool parts to it too, like this one, a recipe for marshmallow Cheeto treats, because that sounds delicious, sort of. So they have a very long list of demands for their parents, but staying in a treehouse of your dreams with all your best friends is going to be fun, right? Not quite. Things start to get a little tense, and you have to pick this book up to read if Winnie can win the fight to make her parents see the light and still keep all her friends happy too. It's a lot to ask for. It's a great book. Pick this one up at the library today.